why it is that all this is happening in northern part of Nigeria. Nuhurubado, Badaru, and Matawalle, what are you doing to tackle the issue of insecurity of Nigeria? I saw it recently when Matawalle was entering his village. He had a convoy for more than 70 cars, more than 30 armed cars are following him just to protect him alone. But why it is that those people are not insecure? We are not living in peace in the northern part of Nigeria. A lot of rumors here in the northern part of Nigeria. Why it is that all this is happening? No feedings, no good health care, all this kind of basic necessity of life, poor. Why? Why? But when you went to Abuja, you'll be seeing them having a luxury life, buying SUVs, traveling abroad, watching movies with their families, having a life, good life together, alone. Why it is that is happening only on these poor people of Nigerian people? A lot of people have lost their parents. A lot of people have lost their children. Some of poor people have abandoned their families. We can see it. A woman will go to bed with her children, no certainty of having anything to eat when they wake up, due to the poverty. Why?
If we get you correctly, you are saying that you had intelligence of the attack on Magugu. What's the name of that local government in Kebbi State? Maga. Prior to the attack on the secondary school where 25 girls were kidnapped, you had intelligence and you provided this intelligence, but the military failed to act.
Absolutely.
So who should we be?
I said authority. I said a hierarchy.
The hierarchy. So who should we be?
Yes, an intelligence hierarchy.
Two questions
I have
now.
The intelligence.
Two questions
I provided the intelligence that the local government, the entire local government of Donko Osogbu, the entire areas of Maru, in Ansado side of Maru local government in the forest state, the entire local government of Nasko, Rijau, Mashegu, Yauri, because the guys were coordinating themselves within those areas, within the radius of less than 100 kilometers. I provided this information. I don't really have specific information that they were targeting school, but I have information that they were coordinating themselves and they were attacking villages, and I provided this information.
So two questions in one now. Who should we be holding responsible? Is it the National Security Advisor? Is it the Minister of Defense or Chief of Army Staff? That's on the one hand. Now, this failure to act, is it deliberate, or perhaps your intelligence was just not taken seriously?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it is deliberate. Because refusal to take my intelligence on serious is a deliberate action. Ordinarily, there are distress call numbers that has been sent around by DSS, by police, by military, and so on and so forth. Those numbers, anybody who called and provided intelligence, if not being utilized immediately, it's a deliberate negligence. It's a deliberate sabotage. Not even Dr. Yahuza that is known to them. Not even Dr. Yahuza that is known of providing proactive information and on support information 247 in the last 17 years. I have been providing this information directly and indirectly, and they know me and they know who I am. And they know what we have been doing in supporting the country patriotically. We are not doing it for the need of any token. We are not doing it for the need of any press or any request for any political position or whatever. We are doing it because we believe Nigeria is ours. And it is my responsibility as a trained security expert, as somebody who have network in all the political wars, almost in all parts of the space of the country's 774 local governments. It is my responsibility. As I am harnessing, as I am generating, as I am getting information, I quickly share it.
The people who are appointed to lead some of the most crucial sectors across the country: health, education, finance, justice, defense, and so on and so forth. What actually qualifies them to be there? What experiences do they have? What expertise do they bring? And with the rising wave of insecurity across the entire country, kidnapping, banditry, terrorism, one chance all over the place, I think it's only right that we start in one of the most crucial ministries in the entire country. One of the most important ministries in Nigeria, the Ministry of Defense. Now, before we go into who currently owns the office, let's talk about what the Ministry of Defense is and what it requires. Ministry of Defense is the body responsible for national security. It is supposed to supervise the Nigerian armed forces, protecting our borders, overseeing defense policies, military intelligence, coordination of armed operations, procurement of weapons, and advising the president on all matters relating to national security, to the national security of the hundreds of millions of Nigerians across every nook and cranny of this country. Ideally, the Minister of Defense should be someone with very strong experience in military service. Someone with strong experience in military service, in national defense, national security, defense strategy, counterinsurgency operations, intelligence work, or at least expertise in defense administration. Someone who understands troop deployment, someone who understands conflict zones, military logistics, threat assessment, weapon procurement, and the very architecture of national security. Now, let's look at who we actually have as the Minister of Defense. Nigeria's current Minister of Defense is Bello Matawalle. Yes, the former governor of Zamfara State, the person who was the governor between 2019 to 2023. Yes, the same Zamfara that is one of the most terror-plagued states in the northern region. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is his qualifications for being the Minister of Defense, right? His background is that he started off as a teacher in a government girls' college in Morike and one other place in Zamfara State. Then he became a civil servant where he joined the Federal Ministry of Water Resources. And then he gave politics a shot where he ran and won a seat in the National Assembly and he left the Federal Ministry of Water Resources. That is in 1998 and he has been in politics ever since. He held multiple political positions, including being a House of Reps member at some point before he became the governor of Zamfara State. And somehow, despite not having a single strand of military or defense-related experiences or expertise, not anywhere in his education or career, he is now in charge of national security for the entire country. This is a man who has never served in the armed forces, never officially trained in defense strategy, never managed a military operation, never worked in intelligence, and never handled any form of defense logistics. And yet somehow he is responsible for coordinating security operations against Boko Haram, against bandits, against multiple other terrorist groups and militant groups we have across the country. And here is what is more concerning to me personally. As the governor of Zamfara State, he could not control the insecurity in his state. Under his leadership, Zamfara remained one of the most terrorized states in Nigeria. But somehow, after failing to secure one state, he was put in charge of securing 36 states, including the FCT. And then we have the allegations. During his time as governor, he has been accused by the current governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, of basically frolicking with bandits. He has been accused of colluding with bandits, keeping bandits in the government house in Zamfara, paying ransom directly to terrorists, and procuring even vehicles for popular notorious bandit kingpins. When we say bandit kingpins, I mean people like Bello Turji. And if you think I was done, I'm not. Right after he left office, the FCC announced a massive investigation into allegations of extensive corruption, fraudulent contract awards, and the misappropriation of funds of over 70 billion naira during his administration. See, when I talk about politicization of insecurity in Nigeria, right, this is one of the very many examples of what I mean by that. When people with no defense experience, people with unresolved controversies, people who could not secure their own states, when these people are placed in charge of the national security of the entire country, it becomes clear that appointments are not based on competence, they're based on politics, on who knows who or who can do what for who in power. It stops being about governance, it stops being about protecting the people, and it starts being about protecting the interests of those in power. Now, whether the allegations are true or not, one thing here remains a fact. Nigeria deserves a Minister of Defense who has actual training, someone who has the training, the experience, and the expertise. Someone who understands what is at stake and is ready to be at the forefront. Someone who can actually protect citizens and not just hold a title. Because as of right now, we are in trouble.
Hi, welcome back. You see these people for the North Bats. I don't know the thing, but it's okay. It still they worry them. Even as we talk, that thing keep worrying them. Because this, there are people's lives where we say, okay, that they play game. I don't know what thing that they gain from inside all this thing. Because if you, understand, this man where una dey see for up, here where they talk, where just talk, come out. You say that the issue where we say, okay, it happened, and the problem where we say, okay, it happened for inside Kebbi State. He talk and say, before these guys where we say, okay, they kidnap the school student arrive, he has already had the intelligence, and he has already heard that these people are coming to this so place where he inform the people where we say, okay, they are supposed to do the good work where we say they're supposed to do, so that these people now no go be kidnapped. Nobody listening to now we see the talk. That is to tell you, say these people where it's okay, they kidnap these girls for inside school. They deliberately do this thing. They deliberately do this work. Now not time people website the talk, because this man, he don't talk how he take call these people. Where it's okay, they not even give them any attention, because he say they signal them before these people enter, go carry these young girls where be say, okay, their parents they poor. They signal them, but nobody give them any attention, or nobody give them any security. May they come attack those bandits or terrorists where be say, okay, they carry these people come out according to waiting they explain. You see, this deliberate work where be say, okay, these guys don't they do for the North, it don't do too much. Even as we talk, say, okay, now all of them did bad for that. So no be all of them, because the good one and the poor ones among them, now them they suffer, and now them they use their own energy. That's more power where be say, okay, they get. And then they use them, they vote for these people. Now then they use them, they carry these people go up. Although make I not take much of your time. I won't give you some space, make you hear everything this man won't talk to. Maybe when you don't finish your own matter, we will come back. Thank you.
If in a country that somebody that could be called an emir now was once inciting Islamic trouble, somebody that is a minister or commissioner that handled all our data one way or the other, has also been incited or alleged to be involved with proofs. And, my wonderful vice president too, that one way or the other, somebody is found in your house, and people allege publicly, and nothing is yet done. If you are in Nigeria and you believe you know what you are doing, even if you can still go to the office right now, I agree that we need to advocate intelligently for solutions. Beyond all the news and all the noise we're making, the advocacy should be very clear. If these terrorists claim to be Muslims, the Muslims have the strength to separate their formations with these persons. They need to rise up to the fact that these people are not part of us. Why do I say that? You like it or not, I said it sometime and I'm saying it again, that we are now getting afraid of Muslims. Muslims will make people comfortable that this is not what their religion is. Yeah, but
we do know that the terrorists are violent extremists. They are extremists, just the way you have Christian extremists and Hindu extremists in India and other places. Every religion throws up their extremists.
But what we're troubled about right now in Nigeria, is it the Christian or Indian extremists? We deal with what we have. I'm talking about what we have. We focus on it. And the strength of it is, just imagine if our Muslim brothers will rise up, the government will rise up, and the judiciary will bring every news that we have ever had about anybody in government or anybody known publicly to have been involved in anything that has to do with terrorism, bringing them to law.
Now, you don't listen and understand how everything done day now, because you see this their Emir and these their other guys who they talk, this Matawale, who be this guy again, all these guys, so okay, they for there, where they do all these things. You think so okay, they don't know what thing that they do. All these guys, so okay, they don't claim to be leaders, so say that they use extremism on these guys, so then be the problem, because most of them now extremists, so say they be. If they don't notice, say okay, you believe in their own faith, they will make sure they destroy you or carry your children. If a person like Sheigumi and all these guys now, if they stay with Emir of Kano, according to this man, you gonna say okay, these people they know what thing they do now, then they do their work together for them. If not, you don't get anything. So you tell me when me I go believe say okay, for a state or a region, let me say an Emir day, these people go clearly go there, go pick person without anybody's knowledge. This thing is not a joke. We are in a big one chance. The big one chance where we say we did talk before, now we just they enter now, because no time we be so okay anybody from the southern part of this nation go the rule way this kind of rumor no go ever day. Now so it be we not to get any matter we want to talk. Although I pity this youth of Arewa and these poor people children, let be so okay they don't kidnap. Although now only God now go fi help them. And this ransom where be say okay this guy they demand for, if no be government to provide that money, I'm not sure see these guys they go fit provide them. Now so you just be you hearing this, you know if you get everything you want, let the world know or let everybody know concerning which we they explain for the if you get anything like that, make it drop it, you get to talk below. And also if not today be the first time you see the coin, make it like, make it share, make it subscribe. Thank you.